Well, hello everybody. It's day 7. We're gonna read Proverbs chapter 7 out of the CSB version. Let's get it. My son, obey my words and treasure my commands. Keep my commands and live, and guard my instructions as you would the pupil of your eye. Tie them to your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your relative. She will keep you from a forbidden woman, a wayward woman with her flattering talk. Out at the window of my house, I looked through the lattice. I saw among the inexperienced, I noticed among the youths, a young man lacking sense, crossing the street near her corner. He strolled down the road to her house at twilight, in the evening, in the dark of the night. A woman came to meet him, dressed like a prostitute, having a hidden agenda. She is loud and defiant. Her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, she lurks at every corner. She grabs him and kisses him. She brazenly says to him, I've made fellowship offerings. Today I fulfill my vows. So I came out to meet you, to search for you, and I have found you. I've spread my coverings on my bed, richly colored linen from Egypt. I've perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love making until morning. Let's feast on each other's love. My husband isn't home. He went on a long journey. He took a bag of silver with him and will come home at the time of the full moon. She seduces him with her persistent pleading. She lures with her flattering talk. He follows her impulsively like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer bounding toward a trap, until an arrow pierces its liver. Like a bird darting into a snare, he doesn't know it will cost him his life. Now, sons, listen to me and pay attention to the words from my mouth. Don't let your heart turn aside to her ways. Don't stray onto her paths. For she has brought many down to death. Her victims are countless. Her house is the road to Sheol, descending to the chambers of death. That concludes chapter 7. Now, a couple of things that I have highlighted, and I want you to share what you highlighted and what you get out of this. Verse 2 and verse 26. So verse 2, keep my commands and guard them like you would the pupil of your eye. Like your pupil is so sensitive, so protected that we have an inadvertent a muscle that blinks without us even thinking, to keep our eye protected. Have you ever been doing anything with like cutting wood and sawdust or spray or anything flying around and something is trying to get into your eye? Your eyelids have the quickest reflexes. And I think that's something that we have to have. When we have the wisdom of God, we have to have a reflex, a guard up. That when this world's type of wisdom tries to come, we have a quick reflex to reject to reject confusion and reject the thoughts of this world, and guard the principles and the wisdom of the Word of God. And then verse 26, in the CSB version, it says her victims are countless, but in the original text, it says that many strong men and powerful men are her victims. And so that lets me know that when it comes to the allurement of the loose woman, especially for young men, and that doesn't mean just single men, but or young men, could be old men, could be married men, whatever it is, that allurement for the woman, or to that woman who seems loose and fast, or who's trying to pursue you into an extramarital affair, whatever it is, it doesn't happen to the weak men. It not only happens to the weak men, let me rephrase that, but her victims were men that were strong. So that lets me know that no matter how strong or how weak you think you are in that area, we must depend on the grace of God. Wisdom says depend on the grace of God and not your ability to keep it together, not your ability to be disciplined and have covenant eyes or whatever it is. We must yield to the grace of God. It has to be something that we are intentional to avoid falling into the trap. because pride makes you think that I would never do that. I've been married 20 years. I've been married 10 years. I would never fall victim to this. And then boom, there it is. Because there's no confidence. We should put no confidence in the flesh. Hope you've been blessed by the word of God. Remember to read the word of God every day. Proverbs is an excellent way to do that. There's 31 chapters. Get you a chapter every single day and feed on the word of God. Remember to feed your faith, starve your doubts. See you soon tomorrow, day 8. Read chapter 8. Be blessed.